Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
You're listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
GUFON Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
GUFON Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to GUFON Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to GUFON Radio Stream. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is July 26, 2020. It is Sunday. We are beginning a new week. Last week was absolutely incredible. For GUFON Radio Stream, Third Phase of Moon, Alien Addict, Spaced Out Radio, Doc Skinner, Apollo, Dr. J, and others who are part of a new panel that's an ever-growing panel. Also, Sala was there. What's his first name? Tyler Sala. Can you imagine? Yeah, never. Yeah, that's an interesting thing. Whatever happened to Tyler? Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I heard things. I'm just not going to talk about it. There's no reason to. It's all people saying, yeah, he's in rehab, or he got arrested again, or he left town, or, it's like, who knows what's going on. And we'll find out eventually, I hope. He'll be back. You'll see. You just can't let all those subs go away like that. I don't think so. Man. But it wouldn't be a bad thing if he came back. I don't think it'd be bad. I think he would have improved when he comes. I think he'll improve when he comes back. We'll find out. So a lot of people here know the drama that comes with getting more subscribers, connecting with certain groups or people or channels, and whatever trolls they have, you get just by association. Although certain trolls, that's all they know how to do, because, they don't have talent to talk. So they can just, find things, take them out of context, and make it like you actually said something with no proof. I mean, that's the typical thing. That's what they do. Trolls are going to be coming here left and right. Moderators know that. We'll be adding some more people to the moderator group. I'm looking to add 2 more. And we'll need to do that. So I'll talk with others, and maybe one of you would want to throw your name in the hat if you think you can help out. But don't be upset if you're not chosen. It's not because we don't trust you, maybe because we don't know you. We is all of us. You got to trust your moderators not to just kick people out just because they said hello the wrong way. You know what I mean? All right. And I also want to say before we get started, I never made $1 in 16 years in ufology. Not a penny. Didn't sell a t-shirt. I gave away stuff. CDs, DVD players, things like that. But I never made $1 until this year. And I didn't make it off of faking anything. That was my thing is, I don't need to make money. I had a job that was fantastic at the time, so I didn't need to, right? I didn't need to monetize the channel. 10,000 subscribers at one point with my old channel. I never monetized it. I had the website, amongst other things. So, to me, YouTube was something that would never be paying me. But when you get, and there's a reason other channels who are picking on me for making money. It's funny that, they got nothing to go on other than that. You have to have 1,000 subscribers. You can't do it with 450. I had to wait. I had to earn my subscribers too. I just didn't turn on a channel and all the friends from one place go to another, which is fine. I don't give a shit. But don't tell me that making money in the field the right way is wrong for ufology, because it's not. And I've always said that. I said, if you're hoaxing, you're going to be called out. If you're lying, you're going to be called out. Of course, people are going to say I'm a hoaxer now. They're going to say I'm lying because, the affiliation with the old third phase. By the way, you guys have no idea what the fuck you're talking about when it comes to third phase. So I would have never, ever, ever. We would have never even had a conversation if I didn't want a relationship of some kind to at least what I felt I needed to get off my chest. And, I apologize for things I said in the past. They were wrong. But I was right about the shit that they were posting, but I was wrong about the people. So it's a long learning process. You know what? When you're in this field and you think you know it all, you don't. I don't think I know it all. As a matter of fact, I learn something just about every day. Honest to God. So I don't want to hear anybody thinking that I'm here to make money off ufology. That's not it. If it was, things would have been a lot different. I would have advertised more. I would have paid for subscribers maybe to give myself a boost. I don't do that. I don't even socialize with hardly any other channels. The only other channels I talk to are Dark Hour Paranormal Now, Area 503, Alien Addict, Rick's Realm, and maybe a few others, but it's not as big as it should be, is what I'm saying. Because I'm not that guy. But you know what? I think it's okay if people want to donate and give to the show and support what we do here, because what we do here is, I think, just as good as anybody else is doing. Yes, I may not be the most technical guy. I may not be the smartest guy. I have other skills than numbers and all that stuff, which is very important. That's why we have guests on. That's why people are in the chat room shouting out stuff. Rich, you got it wrong. I'm like, all right. So, I am good with people. I can figure out people lying, people's videos. Most of the time, I'm right. I'm not right every time. I know that. Nobody is. I'm just having a hard time thinking when I was wrong, though. I don't know when I was, but I probably was somewhere along the line. It's a weird world when the show starts growing and you start associating with other people in the field. It's not just Third Phase, it's other people too. I'm not the only one getting attacked. I am pretty much right now, but I mean, other people are saying some nasty things about the other people, and it's just not cool. I would think, if people knew that I am saying Third Phase is not what you think it is legitimate. They have done something. They've gotten away from the questionable videos, as you know. I don't know, what was it, a year and a half, 2 years ago? I mean, I keep asking people, show me something within the last 2 years, and nobody can. They show me this one where they're looking out over the valley and they say there was glass brought in and it made the lights from behind them look like they were on the glass. I would have seen a lot more reflections in that glass. I don't know, but let's say you still don't have the proof on that one. There's nothing you can say. In the past, yes, even Third Phase told me the same thing. We know that, but that was YouTube. Everybody posted everything, which is true. There was a few channels like mine who, posted my stuff, and then we would break mine down, and then, we'd look at what's going on. I'm like, how could Star Wars figures be aliens? Come on now. That stuff doesn't happen anymore. But people aren't allowed to change. People aren't allowed to change, right? Are you the same person you were 30 years ago? 5 years ago? No. This Third Phase attack, it's never going to stop. I understand that. But you see the people that are going on the panel. Do you trust those people? Some of them may be controversial. Dr. J, you don't trust that guy? How can you not? I don't know if you can hear it, but my other phone just started playing a video from Fox. Can you hear it? That is so bizarre. It's been happening. The phone will just be it'll be 10 hours, nothing. And all of a sudden a video will start playing. It's going on right now. So I'm just going to keep talking until I get to a video here. It is weird. Okay. You guys don't understand how much hard work goes into what Third Phase is doing, what we all are trying to do is trying to bring a new group of people together that not a lot of people may have heard about. I know people know me over the years. They know Dave over the years. There's a couple of new people. Dr. J, people know Dr. J. John Sala, people know him. Doc Skinner, and the things that are happening, I'm just telling you, just don't run away from it. You're going to be very happy with what's coming. You're going to be very pleased. And if you're not pleased now, then you just don't get it. Look, I was a certain person 15 years ago, 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, that I'm not the same person I am now. I still get shit for all the things I said because it's on the internet. Anyway, I'm just telling you guys, just look at the product you're getting and tell me, why is it shit? What's so bad about it? Because Third Phase made it. No, come on, give me something better. Think about that. I'm turning this off. After, being in the field for all this time, I've had so many people, everybody. It's like, Rich, it's okay if you make money, dude. You put in your dues. You put in hard work. Look at all the hours of shows you've done. Dude, give yourself the reward of the fruits of your labor. At least do that. And that's why I did it. Why shouldn't I reap the rewards of building something that I believe could be, will be, as far as I know? You never know the future, but something we could go on and do for a very long time. I don't know why anybody would even hate what Third Phase is doing right now. Oh, Rich, I see people. Everybody, all of them are hoaxers. The hoaxers. Oh, God, you guys grow up. That's what I did, I think. I think I grew up a little bit. I mean, I still, have the jokes. I can't stop being me. But what I've done is I've curtailed, and it's not on purpose, guys. Believe me, I would love to be the same guy I was 10 years ago and have that energy. But things change and people change. You change. You're not. Are you the same as you were when you were 4? Answer the question. No. Duh. You're going to say, duh, Rich. Of course. That stupid question. Of course. Well, why would that change from 5 years ago? Life-changing things happen. Near-death experiences, seeing death can change you. I think it was after Angus passed away. That's what it was. That's what it was. Changed me. Sorry. I'm going to warm you up with something here. I've got an interesting thing I want to show you tonight. I think you guys are going to enjoy what's coming up here because we're going to talk about, well, Third Phase is throwing a video up a little bit later. It's going to be awesome. But where is our civilization heading? I want to talk about that tonight. You saw the thumbnail. Are we going to be this civilization that prospers with clean energy and, have that futuristic look like it looked like in the Jetsons? Are we going to have that? Or are we going to collapse? Are we going to have this third world, what? And yeah, we're going to talk about that. Will the aliens help us? But I wanted to play something that's a little more UFO, because we're going to talk about UFOs here for a little bit. I have an interesting timeline to show you because it goes against what I've been saying for a while. So I'm wrong. This is a show where I'm wrong tonight. So happy to say, because it's exciting what I'm going to show you. But this first video is just to get you a little warmed up. This is a Boeing 747 that was followed by a UFO. And this is from the Flight Channel. This is Japan. This is the Japan Airlines flight. I'll just play 3 minutes. I like it. I don't know. I thought this would be interesting. Now I realize everybody knows this one, I'm pretty sure. Here, let me pull it up. Just to get you warmed up. Here we go. Year I graduated. Oh, no. I'm so sorry. Roll call, everybody. We got to do it. It's tradition. I'll go quick. Rodrigo Vieira, not Meredith. Arizona Lerps, welcome to the show. First floor audio, not the second or third, but the first. Willie McBride, how you doing? Willie. Blue Chickens here. Wreaking Havoc 215, welcome to the show. Wreaking Havoc, Chemical Summer. It does feel like that, but welcome to the show. Libaj, happily Libaj. Thank you for the Angus love. Willie, yep. Frapsap's in the house. Welcome to the show. I appreciate it. Very nice to see you. Area 503, how do you say? What do you be? How you be in day? Third phase of moon. Made me surprised. Thank you very much. I don't know what I was going to say. I think area of Lori Oliphant. Great. Thank you so much for hanging out. And Norman DePrince, thank you very. Oh, yeah. So that CE5 thing is going to be awesome. Norman DePrince, welcome to the show. Thank you. He says, I really want you to do CE5 live. You know what's real funny about that? You know the other guy who has the other channel with all the balloons and everything? He's doing it tonight. He stole my idea. That's what I'm telling you. They can't come up with anything original. This is what's been happening to me for years. We can do it better than him. No, you can't. You will not. All right. Arizona Loves. Grimwitch is here. Oh, love that. The outro's getting some very, very good praise. People like your graphics here at the end of every show. I love it too. Hey, who else is here? Norman, Rick's Realms here. What do you say? 2 hours are better than one. All right. The third phase said something here. Thanks for the support in the chat. It really means a lot, guys. Rich is doing a great job at third phase. Can't stop the trolls. Haters gonna hate. Yep. They know. I used to be one of them. Joshua Morphew. Yeah, right on. You made it. Good to see you, man. Canadian guy. I like Canadian guys. His little profile pic. Is that what they call it? No, that's a thumb. No, thumb. Is that it? Dark Hour Paranormal's here. Welcome to the show. All right, I didn't go fast enough, I know. Stu Garson. Holy crap, I almost lost my teeth. I didn't, but felt like it. Stu Garson. And that's it. Everybody, it's just, it's going. Lisa, hey, how are you? Lisa Marie Presley made it to the show. All right, back to this. Just 3 minutes. I know I got to stop shaking my leg. It looks like I'm in a constant earthquake. Giddy up. Oh, shit. There was one more thing I wanted to say. What else was it? Do we have to read? Is this reading? Seriously? Command Captain, this is check. He's 155, 10,000 hours of flight time. Somebody help me, please. Yeah, we've got it coming in as co-pilot, his first officer, Tanakori T. Also on board is flight engineer, second officer, Yoshi-O-T. Yoshi-O-T is your captain today. We're flying over Alaska. Oh, now, if you look out over the left-hand side of the airplane, you'll be able to see the Great Lakes of Antarctica. There they are, right there. Those are two, as the Boeing 747 is cruising at FAL 350. The captain notices two crafts to his left. He first thinks the two craft to be military aeroplanes. At 5 p.m. It look like a UFO type of plane. Come in, Taraguchi. Can you please repeat that, please? This is the captain. We've got two craft right in front of us, two unidentified objects. They veered into position about 500 feet. If you look outside the front window of the airplane, you can see two UFOs. That's right, you guys. Two objects appear to be producing heat. We feel the warmth of the glow on our faces. Remember, First Officer, Anchorage Center, Japan, Air 1628. Do you have any traffic 11 o'clock above? Japan, Air 1628. Heavy, say again. First Officer, do you have any traffic in front of us? It look like a plane. Please come in again. First Officer, right? We have in sight two traffic in front of us, about 1 mile. Japan 1628, Roger. Do you have any idea of the aircraft? We're not sure, but we have traffic in sight now. Japan Air 1628 Heavy, Roger. Maintain visual contact with the traffic. And can you see the altitude of the traffic? Do you see anything? The two unidentified objects now assume a side-to-side configuration. See if you can identify the aircraft type and see if you can tell whether it's civilian or military. Japan Airlines 1628. We can identify type. And we can see navigation lights and strobe lights. Roger, sir. Can you see the color and strobe and the beacon lights? Color is white and yellow, I think. I guess we lost contact with the... wait. I think we see somebody. Yep, 5:23 p.m. The objects leave abruptly, moving to a point below the horizon. Do you remember this thing? It was like really huge. They said it looked like an acorn, I thought. Isn't that this one? Where it got really huge and it looked like several aircraft carriers, like the size of aircraft carriers. See, I'm not seeing that here. So here we go. All right. You're going back to 1986, my point of all this. These UFOs hovered around the airplane, well, followed it, trailed it, whatever. When it tried to turn, it stayed and it turned outside its wing position. So it was off to the side, off the wing. And when they turned, it turned with it, maintaining. That's unbelievable. Then it got very close to the front of their aircraft, and they said that the light was so bright, so close, they felt the warmth on their faces. So a lot of people would say that's looking like a threat. We don't want to say threat too much, but you know what I mean. Threat. Is that a threat? Just because that's the narrative now. That's what everybody's talking about. Grant Cameron's talking about it. Bob McGuire and Tim McMillan and Twitter Young Guns, they're all talking about this threat. UFO Jesus. I wonder if he has a video up. We'll have to check. Everybody's trying to say it's a possible threat. Yes, I get it. I get it. I totally get it. All right. So, I got my notes over there because I left it on the couch. I'm going to grab them. I was making notes and I just wanted to see what I have here because I was watching that Grant Cameron show where he had the 9 panelists on there. And Bob McGuire, I have to say this. I didn't know he had it in him. That guy's on fire. He says, because we don't know what they are, they're a threat. Not only did he say it like he meant it, but, he was very, very loud. I was getting excited. I'm like, somebody's alive on that panel. Then he said the National Defense Authorization Act is what's funding this. I wrote it verbatim. And they are saying it's a threat until they know what it is. So I wrote, what did I write? Stupid humans. Because it is. Stupid humans. Not Bob. Bob's a smart guy. But why? Why is it a threat? Because we don't understand it. All right. Because we don't know what it is, it's a threat. Let's imagine we didn't even say that word. What if we imagined it a different way? And what would that be? That would be, they're not a threat. Right, very good. Very good over on the other channels. You're getting it. So if we imagine it that way, would they still be looking into them? I don't know where I was going to go with that. Because if they're not a threat, would they be caring about them? How do they know they're a threat? I've talked about it before. I know I'm not going to stay on it long, but I just want to know. Why is it a threat if you have no way of knowing if it's a threat? So to answer that question, the only reason I could think that the government is continuing with this threat is because they know something we don't know. I believe they do. I believe they do. I think they know something we don't know. Now, if they don't know anything, and like I just got done watching Unidentified episode 2 and 3 for season 2, and they were talking about the threat over the nukes. All these UFOs are flying by, hovering over, interacting with our facilities. Our missile silo launch code is activated and then turned off. You all know that story. I think that was back in 1972 or something. And then they were over in 1980, I believe it was, with Rendlesham Forest. I mean, there's a bunch of UFOs over military bases and missile silos. And of course they would be. There's a nuclear missile or missiles, nuclear reactors. They know what's down there. They know what it can do if it gets out, if it explodes. I'm wondering when the day comes, and I think it might. I don't know. I hope we can change. We'll talk about it. But I think we're on that path where we may see somebody launch a nuke. I'd like to see if it gets intercepted by an unknown something. Of course, people will say it's as Space Force. No, it was a UFO. No, it wasn't either. It was a UAP. Very tough. I could see that as a threat. Interacting with the launches. That's a threat. Or is it? I don't know. Maybe there was no intention at all, And the very fact that the alien ship was in the area, it could have killed or activated the launch sequence. I don't know. Do we have any proof of that? No, just the story, right? Is there proof? There might be proof. That's an interesting one. Although, there's a lot of witnesses now coming out talking about it. But if the aliens wanted us out of here, they would have already done it already. So what are they doing? Why are we here? Oh, God, I hate this topic sometimes. It's just so difficult. It's so difficult. And then yesterday we on Third Phase played the video where the guy recorded something. I'm the one who, somebody sent it to me. I sent it Third Phase, and I'm the one who's now saying, oh, it looks like could be a banner being pulled by an airplane, because that's what it looked like. And I'm sorry if I found that out later on when I was looking on the big screen, but that's what it looks like. And I can't help it. I have to say what I see or I wouldn't be me. I think everybody, not everybody, but most people can see that. And the other little things in the background were drones. Maybe they did move. They did have drone-esque abilities. There was nothing stopping on a dime. It was a mild turn, and change in direction. Did it go in the clouds? I'm going to say I don't think it did. It may have looked like it did, but I don't know. They would have to have been pretty high. I don't think they were that high. Just looked like it. Are UFOs, UAPs a threat? I'm going to say no. I don't see why. All right. I'm not in the military. So I guess if I was part of the defense, I would say, we don't know what it is. They can do whatever they want, whenever they want. That's a threat to me. That I get. I understand it. It's a potential threat. All right. Not 100%. They'd say potential, right? But what Tucker Carlson said the other day, and with the way everybody's reacting, some people are wondering if Bob Lazar was right. Bob Lazar. I made a little video. It's not the one for Third Phase. Well, it was, but I didn't get it to them first, and it would have taken them re-editing. So I'm going to play. It's different than what I said on their show, but on the thing, but it's pretty much the same thing. Do I play it today or tomorrow? I'll play it tomorrow. Tonight. Let's just go. Tomorrow, I'll play it. Tomorrow. I'll let them play their premiere. The premiere goes out first, then I talk about it. That's what I'm going to do. I changed my mind. All right. I can do that. I can change my mind. All right. All right. So I am wrong. Mark it down. 7/20. What's today's date? 7/26/2020. I'm wrong. I said many times that we don't get enough information out. We don't. Well, no, let me take it back. Mainstream media is doing very little to get the word out about UFOs. What did I say? I go, what? Once or twice a year? Big deal. People are going to forget about it. Well, was I wrong? The last couple of years, and I only touched probably a fifth of what is out there from old. I've got a timeline here to show you something. It's pretty cool. A couple of years old. I didn't go all the way back. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to give you the idea. So I'm going to show you. And we may play a few of these because some of them are a couple of years old. But I think it's interesting, the timeline that Fox and CNN and other shows were posting this stuff on the internet. I'll show you. Hold on. Let me pull it. Let me get rid of this. Yeah, we'll do that, but I'm not going to play it. All right, here we go. So why is that up? See, I changed the background. Shouldn't be that one. I don't know why things don't work out. They just don't. Hold on. You're going to hold on to your pocket watch. Whatever happened to pocket watches? You know, they're a thing of the past, aren't they? Nobody has a pocket watch anymore. All right. If anybody has a pocket watch, I'd be very curious to know. Does it keep accurate time? So, yeah, I was going to play Bob McGuire, but I just told you about it instead. So that's why that's there. All right. So, come on, Rich. Here we go. This is from December 18th, 2017. Secretive program tracks UFOs for 5 years. Remember this? December 18th.
David Fravor still can't explain what he says he saw that day. November 2004, the Navy fighter pilot was on a training mission west of San Diego when he was ordered to check out something in the water not far away. On a clear day, over a smooth ocean, he saw the object, waves breaking over it,
of course he did.
And says he saw something hovering above it.
It's randomly moving north, south, east, west, just random, just stopping, going the other direction, like you could do with a helicopter, but a little bit more abrupt. And it looks like a 40-foot long Tic Tac with no wings.
Fravor says he and his
So now let's move a little forward, shall we? That was December 18th, 2017.
Out front now, the former Pentagon
December 19th, 2017, the next day.
Official who ran the covert government program up until this last November, Luis Elizondo. Luis, thank you so much for your time tonight. I mean, first, tell us what the purpose of the program was and why it was so secretive.
Sure. The purpose of the program, Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, was really designed to do just that. From a national security perspective, identify those things that we see, whether we see them electro-optically, we see them with radar, we see them as eyewitness reports, through a myriad of different ways and avenues that we receive the information, and try to ascertain and determine if that information is a potential threat to national security, in a nutshell.
So
that's it, man. Right? Okay, so that's December 19th, 2017. Next.
Welcome back,
this is Neil deGrasse Tyson. Is this thing a spaceship from January 6, 2018? Oumuamua came in. Remember we talked about this?
We're here with our friend.
Of course we did.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. Let's talk about some.
I don't think I can play this. Yeah, because this is news, right? Yeah, I can play this. The Late Show. No, I can't. Well, anyway, I may get in trouble for that. Anyway, he goes on, talks about Oumuamua, talks about it being a possible ship that used that photon technology where it just keeps blasting energy into a shield and it pushes it forward. So he went over all that. All right, that was January 6, 2018. March 12th, 2018. Inside the Navy's 2015 encounter again.
UFOs have captivated the public interest for decades, but they've always been dismissed, including by me, as the province of wackos. But that is changing thanks to some remarkable videotape and firsthand accounts from very sober people who are trained to identify aircraft. And that would include this video. It shows two Navy pilots encountering something bizarre off the east coast of the United States. Watch this.
Wait, did something happen to B. Baker? What am I missing? What did something happen to B. Baker? My God. I had to stop the show because that would be weird. What happened? I'm sorry, I'm stopping the show. If something happened to B. Baker, I'd like to know about it. I don't know. All right. Yeah, email me. Oh, Willie B. Oh, God, okay.
No, I took an auto charge. Oh, okay.
Well, not that Willie B wouldn't be as important, but I see he's here. Now I get it. Okay. Willie B does have a long road. We all do.
Oh, my gosh, dude. Wow.
Okay, these are guys who fly for a living, who know what other airplanes look like.
All right, that's March 12th, 2018.
Is something.
June, 3 months almost to the day. 3 months later. Oh, wait, was that 2018 I said? Oh, wait a second. Did I get it back? Oh, I guess I didn't find anything.
By foreign government. Welcome back to our special Trump in Asia edition of Tucker Carlson Tonight. We're standing right.
And then we go to July 5th. What was the one before that? June 20th. This is from CNN.
Really out there. 3 more U.S. senators received a classified briefing about UFOs at the Pentagon, or in current lingo, unidentified aerial phenomena. You may have heard that pilots and other military personnel have been reporting these kinds of sightings for years. A couple weeks ago, the Department of Defense even released footage shot by a Navy.
So, you see what they're doing now. They are shoving this down our throats. I didn't even realize it. I became blind. Can you see? Look. Next is July 5th, 2019.
Well, after decades.
Then we have July 27th, 2019, Fox. And then we have September 17th, 2019. Then we have September 20th on the Colbert Show. Is that it? Stephen Colbert, right? Then Tucker Carlson again, October 4th, a month later. Explores possible evidence of. Is this the one with Nick Pope? I'm telling you. They have been on, Fox has, CNN, there every 6 months or twice a year, it seems like. And Colbert is the same thing. When he talks about it, it's twice a year. So this is unreal. I didn't realize they were shoving this much ufology down our throats in mainstream news. It's amazing.
Just a few weeks ago, the Navy admitted for the first time that several UFO videos were real, meaning they show actual area phenomenon that so far the Pentagon cannot explain. Now, a UFO investigations group says they have found materials that could potentially be physical evidence of UFOs.
That was October 4th, 2019, almost a year ago.
Luis Elizondo is Director of Special Programs at the To the Stars Academy of Arts and Science. He also headed the Pentagon's Office for Investigating UFO Incidents, and it's the star of the History Channel's Unidentified. He joins us tonight. Luis, thanks so much for coming on. So,
thank you for having me.
Hey, great smile, Lou. Great. Happy to be here, Tucker. Not.
What is this material, and why could it shed light on the question of what UFOs might be?
Sure. Well, our company over the last year and a half has actually obtained quite a bit of material. And let me first preface by saying some of that material, its provenance is frankly hearsay, while the provenance of some of this material has been substantiated. And ultimately, we're in the process of analyzing this material at 3 different levels.
Former military official, this guy, in the process of testing UFO materials. Really? 9 months ago? Where does it take that long, guys? Does it take that long to do a test?
We're looking at its physical properties.
See, that's why I thought, well, it's not why I thought. Somebody told me that unidentified is going to be about the metals. So I assumed, since he was right about other things, but he's way off. So far, unidentified has just been rehashing its bullshit. I got to tell. We'll talk about it in a minute.
Or, if you will, molecular properties, and then ultimately it's
so disappointing.
Properties. And it's really at that point we'll be able to make some sort of definitive conclusion, keeping in mind that we still have to follow the scientific process and methods, and at the same time have peer review. So it's not just as simple as coming out and saying, hey, look what we found. There's a lot of work that still needs to be done.
I bet that's right.
But does it take 9 months? And you know they've had it longer. How long does it take to do the analysis on this thing? These metals, man.
Right, and of course should be challenged as he ought to be challenged, I think. But quickly sum it up for us. Why do you think this material might be connected to UFOs?
Well, without getting to a lot.
Oh my God! You see, okay, hold on. See this comment? Watch. Watch. All right, I'll hold on. I'll be nice. No, I won't be. Where'd it go? Thick neck. There he is. No thick necks. I don't think it is.
A lot of detail right
Just Lou's big thick neck. He's actually it looks like he stopped working out a lot. He's definitely gotten a little less muscular
now because it's frankly it's too speculative for me at this point to say why I think something. At the end of the day, it's going to be what the analysis tells us. And if you have, for example, interesting isotopic ratios that are not normally found, let's say on this planet, then you have to scratch your head and either.
Why couldn't it be? God of Thunder. I think they paid Linda Moulton Howdy Doody the $35,000 for arts parts. Yeah, you got it right. Big Cat says non-destructive testing from the chat room here isn't always as clear as the tech would like, and if it's not of this world, the tech may not exist beyond inspection. Right. That's true. 100%. Yep, 503 said it too. I was going to say that too. Releasing a video is one thing. Releasing a piece of a UFO is another thing altogether. And wow, it's not even the same. Hey, Anselmo. All right. I like this interview. That's why I'm playing it.
A, it's been engineered that way, or B, it came from somewhere else. And ultimately, that's what we're trying to find out.
So these are materials brought to you by people who say this is at the site of a UFO incident or a crash?
In some cases, yes. Again, unfortunately, I can't elaborate too much with some of these individuals. We do have non-disclosure agreements, but it's from various sources, both private and governmental.
It goes without saying, I hope that you'll come back as you get to the bottom of this. We remain skeptical but open-minded on this and all.
So that was October 4th, 2019. Let's go to the next one. April 27th, 2020. We went quite a ways. I tried finding, but look, it's October. We did go a while. Right? Because you know what happened. Everything that happened since January 27th. You know what happened. We all had to stay home. And then April 27th was this. They admitted it, right? Isn't that when they told us they're happy? They released the official thing, I think. Who gives a sh? So that was April 27th this year. June 24th, we know.
Well, this may be the strangest year in the lifetime of anyone still breathing, 2020. But it could get even stranger. It turns out that chaos here on Earth has not brought an end to unusual sights above us in the sky. Last week in California, an eyewitness observed about 100 small white orbs hovering above. Were they balloons, birds, something more? We don't know.
Balloons, of course.
We might know more if we had more information from the Pentagon.
Those are balloons. They're not that high. There's a blue one, a yellow, white, no blue.
They've been studying UFOs carefully for more than a decade. But even now, they are keeping what they are finding to themselves and themselves only. There appears to be no systematic sharing of intelligence between the Pentagon and our intelligence agencies. And that's very odd. At least conceivably, UFOs may not be from space. No one at the Pentagon believes this. They think they are from space, but at least within the realm of possibility, they could be from China or another one of this country's enemies. So we should find out. This week, the Senate Intelligence Committee took a step toward fixing that. They voted to require the Defense Department to compile and release a detailed report explaining everything it knows about unexplained aerial phenomena. We hope that happens.
Never.
We have no faith that it actually will, but we are rooting for it.
What did he just say?
And of course, if and when that report to compile and release a detailed fixing that, they voted to require the Defense Department to compile and release a detailed report explaining everything it knows about unexplained aerial phenomena.
Never happened. All right. I think I need to stop saying that, right? I probably should. Yeah. I can't say it's not going to happen anymore. I just don't know. Things are changing. I'm afraid. This is the most, I can't believe how much airtime UFOs have gotten over the last 3 years. And here I am the whole time. I'm saying it's slowed down. It's dying. Well, all right. I think now I just realized why as I'm telling you this. Because they weren't giving us anything new. They were always showing the videos and talking about this. Yes, there were a little this guy said this. They might release that. We're going to talk about the medals then. Still don't know where those alien medals are. I definitely want to know what that's about. And I already think we do. I think they were tested a while ago, right? Weren't they? And they just found out it was a whole bunch of nothing. That's how I remember it. Hold on. I have my blinds open the wrong way. I'm going to play the rest of this. And next one. What is this here? Retired Navy pilot who, yeah, that's July 24th. Oh, this was yesterday or the day before.
Well, much of the media have mocked the existence of unidentified flying objects. The U.S. Pentagon has been studying this subject for quite a long time and apparently will soon release some of its findings, which remain classified. According to a new report in the New York Times, the U.S. government may have physical evidence of, and we're quoting, off-world vehicles not made on this Earth. The government has also released footage of UFO sightings, including a 2004 encounter recorded.
You see this? You see this here? Is this the UFO before they turned on the FLIR, right? Isn't that what that is? That's what the UFO looked like before they turned on the FLIR. Does anybody know? Because watch.
The government has also released footage of UFO sightings,
See?
including a 2004.
Look how different it is. What kind of camera was this? I'm a little confused. I remember, I always forget to talk about this, but so what is it? I see what looks like could be a ball, right? It's kind of rounded.
The government has also released.
It looks like I don't know. I never really looked at it. I never looked at this. It's not that long. You notice how long it's only on here for a few seconds.
Sightings,
and this is what we all know.
2004 encounter recorded.
It's just weird. It doesn't look anything similar. Right. The black is when the FLIR is turned on. Exactly. So what is this? This isn't infrared. What's this right here? I know, right, B. Baker? It's been 4 years, 4 years we're looking at this, and here we are still looking at it like it's yesterday. I know. I'm sick like that. I can't help it. But I've always wanted to talk about why this is different.
Also released footage of UFO sightings.
This is the FLIR. All right.
Including a 2004 encounter recorded from an advanced Navy fighter jet. Commander David Fravor is a retired naval aviator who once saw something he could not explain, that science can't explain. We're honored to have him on tonight. Mr. Fravor, thanks so much for coming on. So tell us if you think this is being misinterpreted. According to the New York Times, the U.S. government has physical evidence of some sort of vehicle made not on this Earth. Is it what it sounds like?
Well, it sounds that way to me, Tucker. I just, I never want to speculate what the government truly has, but I would say there's stuff out there. I mean, the four of us that chased the Tic Tac in 2004 will have attested to it multiple times that what we saw exceeded anything that we had in our inventory, far superior to the airplanes that we were flying in at the time they were brand new. So I would say, yes, there's something out there, and hopefully the government does have stuff.
So when we spoke before about this, and you suggested that the object you saw that you chased, the Tic Tac, behaved in ways that challenged your understanding of aeronautics, of physics, and that you didn't think it was likely that that object belonged to a foreign military. Do you think the U.S. government has concluded that this is not Russia, China, or some other country?
I'm pretty sure of that, just by some of the phone calls that we have gotten, some of the people that we have talked to in the government, that they are unaware of what this is. And I think that ties directly with the East Coast sighting with the gimbal video. And I'd be willing to say, just because I'm in contact with a lot of these people, that there are more incidents that are starting to come out, that people are starting to report inside the government channels of things that they've seen. And I think you're seeing it from people in the past, because it always had that taboo to come out and talk about these things. You're not finding people from the past that are saying, hey, I saw this, I just was never told to report it, or when I did, I was told not to say anything.
Yes.
So I think since 2017, the world is starting to change because of the publicity, because of the attention of the Senate and the Congress, because of people like Marco Rubio and the Intel Committee of telling the DOD, hey, I want a report. I think you're starting to see more and more of that. And I would say if the government does have stuff, and I don't know what they have, but if they do, I would think that, there's probably stuff. Vigo Roswell was 73 years ago. If something did happen, because there's a lot of speculation that there was something other than a weather balloon, where's all that at?
Yeah.
I mean, if just by odds, something would be here.
So that raises the question of why all the secrecy? I mean, clearly
No, not by odds. Something would just be here. Do you know we're actually in the middle of nowhere in our galaxy? We're on the outer edge of a spiral galaxy, really hidden by our sun's brightness and very small compared to other things out there. If anything's finding us, it would just be by luck. That's how I feel. There's just so much out there. It's not even funny.
The U.S. government has lied to the public for maybe 73 years.
But over 4.3 billion years, yeah, I mean, it's possible.
Why do you think?
Well, if we go back to like Project Blue Book and go, it was done, it really did two things. One, it investigated occurrences and sightings that people saw. The other one was it primarily was sent out to debunk, to prove that it wasn't, or to make excuses of why it wasn't. I don't know why. I think some of it was trying to capture that technology. But if something lands in your front yard, there's no reason to deny that it existed, or,
Right.
or for the government to cover it up, because if it's not collected by some means that's going to question our national security or our offensive or defensive capabilities, then why would you hide it?
I went a little long on that. I was getting into it. Very interesting. And then I believe we have Tucker Carlson's off-world vehicles speech. We don't need to hear that. And it's the same thing here. And that is the timeline all the way up to today. A very thin timeline I put up here for you guys to see that we're given the information on a regular basis now. This is not ufology 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago. 3 years ago, that's when this all started. Yeah, actually, December 2016, I think, right? Isn't that when the first video came out, somewhere around there? December 15th. Nonetheless, here we are, still talking about those videos, still wondering if they're a threat, still looking at mainstream media, just repeating the same thing over with a little bit of something new recently, that it's possible we have vehicles in our possession. God, I gave myself too much work. All right. So, wow. I did want to play that Bob McGuire. Didn't I write it down somewhere? The time that he said it, I think it's right here. This was good stuff. I just want to play for a minute. Because it's interesting to see other people get a little bit animated once in a while and feel very strongly about what they know, what they're saying. This guy too. I mean, he went off like you wouldn't believe.
We got to just stick with the minimal things we can absolutely verify. That's one possibility. Another possibility is, and if I owned the New York Times, this is the direction I would go. Wow, we got a ton of amazing stuff here. We're suffering financially terribly.
Yeah.
Let's maximize the revenue generation, the media attention, the Twitter buzz, the viral media that's
here it is.
A couple of days later. I think that was huge. There's Puthoff saying publicly what Davis may have been saying in a classified briefing. So
it looks like Dolan and Bigelow.
The publishers of the New York Times care about revenue. The editors and their reporters don't give a crap. What they want is two or more credible sources agreeing on the points that will go in the article. And if it makes money, great. If If it doesn't, we got a great story.
This isn't it.
So
I agree with that.
that's what's going on with the editorial control.
Then Dave
I
comes
wanna add
in. We
one-
heard
one
what
little
Dave
element to
said.
that when you see your buddy and staff
For their own benefit, dangerous part of this
threat. Let me explain to you. A deputy assistant
Here.
is this constant
for their own benefit, and to hell with the money, to hell with the public opinion. They're going to bring it out as they want to, and that's the dangerous part of this all.
Okay, I want to make one more major point. There's this constant refrain about threat, threat, threat. Let me explain to you. A deputy assistant secretary defense for intelligence, a member of the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence, they care a whole lot when an entire carrier battle group comes back home and complains bitterly that they were overflown in controlled airspace by hundreds of vehicles, some of which came down in these weird spheres around cubes, and it caused dozens of near midair collisions. This is a damn threat. It's not a fake, it's a threat. Until you know why they're buzzing your airplanes and almost colliding with them, going into controlled airspace, showing up at cap points, which is the assembly points, before the ships communicate to the pilots where these assembly points are, that implies they're inside our communication system.
That implies they may have gotten lucky. It doesn't imply anything. And I think he's wrong. It doesn't mean it's a threat. God, I hate this. Everybody has their own view on that. Yes, I understand. How do they know they're violating our airspace? You don't know what they know. You don't know their intentions. You didn't talk to them, B. That's why. So they're buzzing. They're buzzing. They're buzzing. They're buzzing our aircraft. They're in our airspace. And UFOs are not known to have attacked anyone or killed anyone. Capiche? To one capiche night. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I mean, I've talked about this so much. I don't know what to say. It's just I don't see it as a threat. I don't understand.
Select Committee on Intelligence, they care a whole lot when an entire carrier battle group comes back home and complains bitterly that they were overflown in controlled airspace by hundreds of vehicles, some of which came down in these weird spheres around cubes, and it caused dozens of near midair collisions. This is a damn threat. It's not a fake, it's a threat. Until you know why they're buzzing your airplanes and
as far as we know, since the Foo Fighters in World War II, these objects, there have been collisions with things, with airplanes. That one airplane with the dented in nose, remember that one? I could find it. That may have been hit by some sort of object, who knows, but we don't have any reports of it. All we have is that the Tic Tac zoomed by at supposedly, 10 to 20,000 miles an hour past Fravor and his co-pilot, and other pilots saw it. They were at 100,000 feet down to 50 feet, 0.82 seconds or something. Yes, they're real. 100%. Maybe they are coming by just to say hi. Right? Found that picture. Check it out. Something hit this airplane. They're calling it a bird strike. How could birds do this? And if it was a bird strike, there were no broken windows, right? Remember that? There's some different ones here, right? Look at this. That's different than that, isn't it? I didn't know there were this many. This looks like a bird. This looks like birds might have hit that. I mean, it kind of looks like it, but there's that one airplane I remember. I think it was this one here, or is it this one? It's weird. Why would the nose? What is going on? Look at all these airplanes that got their noses crushed. I don't know what that is. If birds can do it to this, I know they might smack off the windshield because it's angled, but this was rounded. Couple of pilots said they've seen lights out their window, and the next thing, boom, the airplane hit something. They didn't know what it was till they landed. How many times is this happening? These can't all be are these, maybe this is why they're calling them a threat. Here's another, look at this. It's weird. Weird. Wow. Holy crap, I've never seen this before. That's wild. Makes you wonder. Wow, look what happened there. Can a bird collision with an aircraft cause its nose to get dented? And even its paint to get chipped. The dead giveaway that tells you an Amazon. Oh. The blunt answer is yes. Bird strikes occur at least a dozen times a year. Wow. Well, yeah. Sometimes the impact point is the nose, engine, wing slats, tail, windscreen. Just Google search. Yeah, we did. During both world wars, aerial collisions with birds. Yeah, we know. Low-level ground. Yeah, but some of these happened at cruising altitudes. 35,000 feet. Why isn't the rest of the airplane damaged? That is bizarre for a bird strike. Yes, I know they're going 500 miles an hour. Come on, man. Really? Couple of birds did this? Are you shitting me? I submit that it cannot. I don't know. Maybe it can. I don't know if it's happened to all of them, but yeah, right, Willie? Poor birds. Jiminy click. All right, that'll be in the link in the description when I'm done. I accidentally hit the mute button. All right, so I've been wondering, because of the way our world is going, with the inclusion now that alien vehicles off-world may be in our possession recently. I don't know. But it makes me wonder where we're going. I had a conversation with my parents, and I never heard them say this, not once, that they said it may not happen in your lifetime, but it could, but probably right after. This place isn't going to be here. I've never heard my parents. Every time I used to bring stuff up like that, I'm like, I don't know, man. They're not going to do anything. There's not going to be any world war. I don't know. Because if we get the aliens, if they don't kill us, then I think everything changes overnight, you know. My parents also said what some other people have said here, you know, don't kill yourself off yet, Rich, because you never know. They may have technology in 20 years that could heal you. I think Third Face said something like that. Yeah, I think that was them. No, it wasn't them. Was it? I talked to a lot of people. I can't remember everything. But that conversation happened a couple of times in the last 2 weeks because the way the world is going, and if Democrats somehow get in office and have the power, the House, and everything else, it's done. It's done. I believe so. Yeah. I think we're in for a very busy year next year. You think this year was bad? I'm afraid for what tomorrow is going to bring. If there are aliens, maybe somebody in the chat room, I think it was First Floor Audio, that said, what did you say? I forgot. You said, God, what did you say? It was something I was going to say. I think I said it. Anything can happen. I don't know. This has been the craziest year from what happened after January, all of us having to stay home, driving down around the city. You saw me doing it, it looked like it was, the end of days, pretty much. It was weird seeing the city streets empty for days, for weeks, for a couple of months. And in Arizona, we are getting pounded with this supposed, what? This 19. So, then you hear what Tucker says, and of course, we get all excited. Could have been just the way he said it. It's wrong. I don't know. Everybody's trying to figure it out. But I don't think we're going to, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Here's why. All right. I remember when the New York Yankees were worth $100 million. And then they paid Alex Rodriguez, right? The $100 million contract. I don't know who it happened with first, but then they paid a player $150 million. Now teams are worth $2, $3, $4 billion. Where does it end? Everywhere I go in Arizona, we will buy your change. You want to give me $1 for 50 cents, or how does this work? They want to buy. They're telling us that we're running out of. How? How does this happen? How do we run out of change? Who gives a shit about pennies, to be honest with you? Doesn't it seem like they're putting it in our brains that they're making new money in the United States? You know that, right? They're about to print up some new looking money. It's coming. I don't think it's going to be the one world dollar bill yet, but I think they're trying to condition us to something. I have, in my life, again, I have never, in my life, no cities have ever shut down. Never have I ever seen us saying, we need to buy your change. You need to wear a mask. When you leave your home and go into another establishment, you must do it. You could be arrested. What was the other thing? Mainstream media flooding us with a lot of, this is bizarre. This is bizarre. It's like we're being set up. I think what we just went through for the last 3 months, which is why they're not locking anybody else down except for California. And I think maybe Arizona may shut down one more time. I know Florida wanted to, but they've not. And they're setting all kinds of records over there. And I know it's probably because of the testing and whatnot, but still, that's a lot of people getting it. That's a lot of sick people, right? That we didn't know about. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. They're going to get to that 2 million. Remember, they said 2 million people will be infected. Wait, 2 million people will die. I think it was. I think we'll get there. Because this isn't going away. Remember, once it gets hot outside, it'll kill it. It'll kill it off. You can stand out in the sun, open your mouth, done. Didn't work. People still getting it. All these firsts this year, change, running out of money, right? We've seen looting and the protesting, but we've never seen it like this. So that was a first. As a matter of fact, still going on in some places. Got to wear the mask in most places, not everywhere, but at least for me, I do. And even if it doesn't work, I'm wearing it anyway because people give you the look. And I like being covered up. I don't want people knowing it's me anyway. So I like that. I forgot where I was. Money. Closing down. Mask. Ufologies. Regular thing now on Fox. CNN does it a couple times a year. Fox does it every month, it seems like. And there was another one. A lot of firsts. And they found out when Americans aren't happy, they will vote for the president to change that. History has shown, even though the president's doing good, if the people aren't happy, they will vote for somebody else because they think it's going to make changes. Well, that's what they're trying to do. If they get in office, I have a feeling we're going to see the beginning of the end of civilization as we know it. If not now, it'll start in another 4 years. Because who's going to win in 4 years from now? I have a feeling Trump is not going to win. I believe it is going to be the most controversial loss in the history of our country. And I believe there will be some fraudulent voting, lots of fake votes, lots of shit is going down. Because when Trump loses, let's say Trump wins. If Trump wins, there's going to be rioting again. And we're only 12, 13 weeks away. Not that far away. Civilization needs to be, we need to be where we were before this all started. Let's go back to 2019, even in January of 2020. The best economy, the best unemployment, the best everything in the last 50 so years. That's not going to work. They tried to take Trump down. They couldn't do it. I know I'm talking politics, but this is how the beginning of the end begins. Because I believe Trump's going to lose. Even though he wins, he's not going to win. The Democrats want it so badly, they will make sure Trump doesn't win. And I am afraid if he does win, what will happen? I'm afraid. I'm afraid for the man. I really am. Civilization, we should be getting along. We should be having fun. We should be going out with our friends. We should be traveling. This should be, everything was going so good. And I believe we were attacked. I do believe it. I believe this was an attack. And it's obvious how many people have it now. But you know what? The numbers are all skewed. What do we know? We don't know. Anyway, I don't see civilization at the way we're going. This is just awful. I don't know. I don't see civilization in 20 years prospering like we just were. I don't know, man. I think something's about to happen. I think something, it will have to be something to bring all of us together like a 9/11, because this didn't work. This pushed everybody apart. This put us back in our homes, or in our homes, and they wanted us in there, and we were all saying it. Why? Okay, you know how you beat it? You know how you don't catch it? You go out with the protesters, because they don't get it, right? They don't get that. You can protest, but you can't go to your church. You can protest. This is what's being pushed out there. And you'll be fine. They said it. I remember. You'll be fine. Protesters aren't going to spread the disease. Yeah, of course they are. Did they bring out this alien narrative? Are they trying to push this into us to get us distracted for something else? My God. You know what I try to do? I try not to look at the news right now. I haven't really been watching it, although you can't avoid it when you're on the internet. But I bet you this, if I didn't pay attention and ignored everything, my life would be exactly the same way it was before, except job. Anyway, it's just, I don't know, man. We have done so many good things over the last couple of years, and now everything's stopped. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. And I think they extended the unemployment, that extra $600 a week that we get. Well, I mean, the job I'm getting should pay about that, so it's nothing, but I'll take it. Very hard to live on. But I don't have any kids, so thank God. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how you guys are doing it with families if you're not working. Anyway, so third phase is going to be putting a video out in 30 minutes, 34 minutes. So that'll be interesting. Let me see something really quick here. I think I'm going to give you a little peek of what I said earlier, just for the hell of it. I hate looking at me. Where is it? Oh, it's on my YouTube channel. And it is unlisted. Let me get there. Hey, where is it? That's odd. Why don't I see it? Why don't I see it? I don't get it. Why don't I see it? That is so bizarre. Yeah, that is weird. I'm just going to go into history and see if I can find it there. No. Why? Where's my own video? Oh, here it is. I don't know if I did a good power move today or the hero. I don't know if I did it right. What is this? Here we. Yeah, this is the video we didn't use. Well, that was the, what do you call it? Ugh. We are. Bob Lazar back in the discussion. What he said may be truthful. Tucker Carlson said, we recently acquired off-world vehicles. Was Bob Lazar telling us the truth the whole time? Can you imagine? The implications are amazing. If there was another announcement like this within the next few weeks, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if they wanted to show us what the vehicle looks like. That wouldn't surprise me in this day and age. With the way things are going this year, nothing's off the table. All right, maybe full disclosure is off the table, but if they're going to do this, you know, talk about UFOs in the mainstream media, UAPs, whatever you want to call them, then to me that seems like the beginning of disclosure. I never thought I would say such a thing, but you think about what Bob Lazar said. We may have had these from archaeological dig sites, you know, from just digging up old stuff. Find a few UFOs, why not? Sure, I could see aliens just hiding them underground somewhere, you know. When we die, the ships will come with us, you know. Maybe that was the thinking of the aliens, who knows? Or if we recently acquired them, then what Bob Lazar is saying happened many, many years ago. This is new. So you know, I'd like to put them both together, because if Bob Lazar did work at S4, which I think he did, then he probably worked on some sort of alien craft. At least that's what he thinks. It's hard to tell. I mean, it sounds like anything's possible nowadays, but what are the implications if another announcement was made like Tucker's? It would be pretty huge. It means that we are rolling out the red carpet for disclosure, so to speak. I know it's weird coming from me, because I never thought disclosure would happen in my lifetime. I don't know how long it would take, but if we're going to go at this rate, every month or every 2 months or every 6 months showing us evidence, I don't think it's going to keep the interest of the public to release something every 6 to 9 months. How many times have we heard that before? 0. We've never heard this before. We've heard we're going to see stuff, but we never saw it. We heard we're going to get an interview from a whistleblower, never knew who it was, never saw who it was. It could have been a lie. This was mainstream media making an announcement of off-world vehicles. Was it an editing mistake? Did Tucker misspeak? Well, that's a pretty big matzo ball to put out there if you're misspeaking. In this day and age, Tucker Carlson? Anyway, if Bob Lazar is correct, then we need to go and apologize to him and everybody else whose stories of abductions, alien visitation, UFO sightings, you name it. This is a whole new world. Yes, it is. It is a whole new world we are living in, kids. We're out of here for a Sunday night. I had a great time. Thank you all for hanging out. Third phase is coming up in 30 minutes, 28 minutes. I want to thank the moderators, super chatters. If I missed you, I am sorry. I've been looking. I didn't see any, but thank you for hanging out tonight, guys. Like and subscribe to the show. We'll be back tomorrow night, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, 4 p.m. Hawaii time. 4. That's so weird. All right, man. You guys are awesome. I had a good time. Did you? Yeah, sure you did. Everybody did. All right, we'll be back tomorrow night, guys. Have a great Sunday. Third phase in about 6 minutes. We'll see you later. Have a good night. Take care. Oh, no. Where is it? Amateur hour.